Yes, you have started last time. You have described that in a high level, and today you are evolving more in what are the 5 whys or what are the methodologies in order to specify that root cause analysis. Then definitely you will be making the best decision over that. Please come here, and you're gonna be presenting. Feel free to use the pen or the laser. Yeah, cool. The laser from here, huh?
Yeah.
It's okay. Go ahead, please.
Root cause analysis.
Yes. This is the root cause analysis.
Hi, good morning, guys. It's Nagireddy. Today topic is last time we have discussed about the root cause analysis and in a high level, and what are all the methods and how the methods need to be taken care. So this is a little deep dive into that, and really while doing this one, I enjoyed a lot to read the things and identify what are all the methods that are there. So generally in the root cause analysis, there are 5 types are there that are first 5 whys, second is and is not analysis, failure mode and effective analysis, and affinity diagram and fishbone diagram. So mostly the first we are going to 5 whys. So last time when we discussed about this, the root cause analysis, first we need to have the clear definition of the problem is the 50% of finding a root cause or finding the problems and finding the way out. So clearly defining the problems here, this is the first method that is there, and how to run the 5 whys. So first of all, we have to invite all the affected people, either the project management or the the problem causes who are all affected, and select a meeting leader. We need to select a meeting leader and then ask why 5 times, and assign responsibilities for the solutions, and definitely the last is email your team the results. So the first thing is defining the problem. Here in the 5 whys, the first step is defining the problem with a clear information and the data, and then ask why it's happened, and there might be some reasons you can find here. There might be some reasons 1, reason 2, reason 3, and again asking why of these reasons. So it might give some more reasons. Finally, after asking 5 whys, we will accumulate with tons of reasons or an affected the problem affected because of X, Y, Z reasons. So we need to list out all this one and come to a conclusion, because last time when we discussed it, the root cause analysis, it might be occurred with one reason or a multiple reasons. It's not only defining, okay, this is a one reason. It might be across all the project or across all the levels. There might be different reasons are there. So listing out all the reasons. So this 5 whys analysis, and why the problem is, and again asking all the reasons and deep dive into. We have to ask, maybe sometimes it might be little more, and or sometimes we might find a root cause at the 2nd why or 3rd why itself. But as per the PMI, 5 whys is the sufficient or a benchmark to ask to reach the root cause. So finally we can able to reach our root cause, and we know that how to do next steps, and as mentioned here, assigning the responsibilities and the solutions. So this is a small problem which I described. Our client is refusing to pay for leaflets we printed for him. So asking why he is rejecting the leaflets which is printed and giving to him. The first why, delivery was late. So there is a reason came, and there is a the delivery was late, so that leaflet could not be used. So the client did not use the leaflets, so that's why he rejected that one, rejected to pay. And there is a reasons, 1 reason, 2 reason, 3, there might be different reasons. And secondly, why we could not able to deliver on time. The job took longer than we expected, and there is a reasons. And why the job took longer than we expected and scheduled, we ran out the printer's ink. So there might be reasons. And again, why the printer's ink ran out, definitely if we are printing, it is going to be, but where is the sufficient backup for that? The ink was all used once a large, and last minute we have ordered to a supplier. And why we have ordered the last minute? Then we don't have enough ink in stock, and we could not order new suppliers in the time. So these are the difference. Furthermore, why? So
for the PMI, it's 5
but the
whys.
PMI 5 whys
You
are
should stop at the 5 and you will be specifying the root cause.
Yeah.
But this, for example, this example is so simple. Imagine a very bigger situation where you have, let's say, a breakdown in the servers for Facebook or for your digital marketing team in your organization.
In this case, you will not find a solution in 5 whys.
You have to. Then you have to. You are not going that much detail as going to why it is finished.
If it's much complicated problem, not like it.
Yeah, you can go, if you see the sketch here, you can go with some, let's say, sub-whys for each one. So you need to limit yourself with the 5 main whys, so you will reach a solution at the end of the day. Imagine that's an open why count, it's a counterless, then you will never find that root cause analysis, and you are going to dig deeper into the detail. Like the work breakdown structure, for example. If you want to break down your project, you might be going until you reach, for example, the smallest screw in the project. As you have a rule of thumb for 80 hours. If it's less than 8 hours, you're not breaking it down to finish the task itself. For example, fixing this door will take 8 hours only. So this will be a task. Or fixing the 3 doors in Excellence Training Center while constructing will take 8 hours. So you will not be breaking down for each door. You will be saying the task will be fixing the doors in the project. Or for example, if painting the walls for this, let's say block B, the whole block B, will take more than 8 hours. It will not finish in one day. So it will take, for example, 160 hours. It's neither 8 nor 80. So you will be breaking it down to 2 zones. Then each zone will take one task of painting walls, which each task will take 80 or less hours. So for example, if you say that I want to continue breaking down, you have this group or this folder for this schedule. So we'll never do that. Correct? This is the same. You will be limiting yourself to 5 whys, and you have to train yourself to reach that root cause and start solving that cause.
Yeah, and according to, just to add with this one, according to the experience, so in this whys, definitely once the problem occurs, there are infinite whys will come.
Yes.
But if we can stick it with standards, we can definitely suppress the whys that raising more, so we can able to limit this one. And the reasons, it can be n.
Yes, and
n number of reasons.
This is a very good discussion, guys. For example, this situation where you don't dig deeper, you can stop here, by the way. You don't need to go with all the 5. If you reach that we run out of printer, okay, X, please get us ink and resubmit the project. Tell us why you need to go through this.
Your maximum 5.
Yes, you can stop here. You found it in the first whys, it's okay. So don't go more than 5 whys. If the situation is simple like this, you might only ask one single question: we did not submit, guys, or it's rejected. Yes, we have submitted less than what required because we are out of ink. Thank you. Get ink and submit.
So here generally the why is, these are the main whys, and these are the sub whys on the reasons. So we ran out of the ink, and we identified the reason is we did not have enough stock. So we are pointing one particular person, order it and solve the problem. So if this is next,
So it's procurement issue and then stop.
exactly,
Go to procurement.
it's not a project management issue, it's a procurement. So yeah, the second one is and is not analysis. So as per the definition, this is as is and is not analysis is a powerful problem solving tool that works by making the team think about the problem in more details, specifically what is and what is not the problem. It helps the teams to focus its attention on the right problem and the team is facing and not digress the areas that are not important. So this is, I can say in computer language, if and else statement. There is one statement called if and else. If and else. So here we need to identify what is the problem and what is not the problem. So it will give a little area to think the teams where is not the problem, then we can neglect and we can focus on where is the problem. In the previous example, the where is the problem, if we identify that same example, we can apply here also. What is the problem? Printer ink is run out. The problem we identified, the procurement did not order on right time. So focusing on a procurement is the problem. Printing and delivering is taken exactly the amount of time that we have scheduled. So the non-problematic areas to identify and where the problematic area to identify, which helps here is and is not analysis. In this some of the few questions, what occurs, what is affected. So here we are mentioning is and is not, therefore we are coming to a conclusion that where is exactly the problem by focusing here. So after accumulating several questions, therefore answers, we can able to come to a conclusion that this is the root cause and we can fix it, the root cause. It might be one or multiple. Okay.
Cool.
The third one is failure method and effect analysis. Actually the previous ones we have discussed it, and the later ones we are going to discuss is mostly about after identifying the problem. So this is one of that, it's called FMEA. This is purely we are investing on this one and identifying failure mode and effective analysis. It is kind of an investment that we are investing on it before starting the main one. So that's why it's failure mode and effective analysis is systematic proactive method for evaluating the process to identify where and how it might fail. So it starts from how it might fail. So when we are starting a project itself, we are identifying how it might fail and access the relative impact of the different failures, and it having some other steps as steps in the processes, that is failure mode, what could be go wrong in each level, what could be go wrong. This is one of the questions that we need to raise and get the answers and make it a document. And failure causes, what could be the failure happen, and why would be the failure happen, and failure effects. If it fails, where are the effective areas that is going to affect. So this is mostly done in terms of bridges, and in terms of, definitely it is in construction industry, this particular method being used frequently. If anywhere the dam is going to create, so this particular analysis, failure mode and effective analysis, is going to be applicable and execute in the places of the construction industry as well. Okay, the next one is affinity diagram. Yeah, next one is affinity diagram. The affinity diagram organizes the large number of ideas into their natural relationships. So this particular affinity diagram, for example, there is the project is a huge project, a massive project, and which is working based on the different levels and different teams which are working together to achieve one project. So when the problem, or it's kind of a brainstorming session that need to be conducted and organized, where there is no any small limit of amount people are coming in this particular affinity diagram. There are a panel of people are there which are representing different categories of the departments and categories of works. So all together sitting and bringing all the brainstormings to identify their own categories. So eventually this is required a huge number of people, required huge number of space is required, and the ideas will come in different ways. So as a small example, this is the top level label, identifying all the corners. First of all, the project management, identifying all the corners. In the second level, summarizing the sets of groups. We need to summarize the sets of groups. And then third level, fourth level, if we have, we can able to dig down. Here you can see a small kind of chart being prepared, that is proposed performance measures. So from a product to product quality, there is a team came up with these ideas, and a maintenance team came up with these ideas, and manufacturing cost team came up with these ideas, safety and environmental team came with these ideas, and as a volume came this with ideas. So the main purpose is proposed performance measures, because each department having different performance measures. So bringing out that and identifying all this, then drawing the lines of the effects and solutions and going ahead. The last but not least, it's a fishbone diagram. So to identify the fishbone diagram, it's definitely a fishbone diagram is look like a fish with that. So the problem is here at the mouth of the fish, and the root cause we are going to identify down the line of at the type. By this way that we are going to divide into 6 M's as a bones, this is called as a main bones, that is manpower, method, machine, material, mother nature, and measurement. Sorry. So this is called as a main leaves, that might have a sub causes, the main causes and sub causes. So by drawing this diagram, we can able to identify where are the causes which is caused this problem. So we can able to go sub causes and its third levels also, which is supporting and which is not supporting. There is another diagram is there that I forgot to add it. The sub causes contains red lines which is causing the problem of sub cause, and green lines which is helping the problem of the sub cause. So this is the total. Finally, after drawing this problem, the root cause will be mentioned at the tail by accumulating all the sub causes and the root causes of it.
Cool.
Okay.
Well done.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Any questions?
Thank you, Oscar.
Any questions? Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Nagi.
Over to you.
Very good presentation. And to this extent, guys, I need to mention that in this last 2 methods, which is the affinity diagram and
Fishbone diagram.
the fishbone diagram, this one and this one, they are mostly used for more complicated problems and more complex projects. The more huge the project is, you are mostly going with such 2 topics or 2 types of methods to find the root cause analysis. In such one, which is the fishbone diagram, you might be using all other methods in order to specify each bone sub causes. يعني maybe for the machines you're asking 5 whys why the machine is broken. Maybe for the method you are doing the is or is not analysis method for finding why the method failed to satisfy the requirements. The manpower, why they are not performing well or their productivity is less than expected, as long as we're providing the enough manpower required for the project. So you might be using other methods in order to be specified here, or to help you or support you in each M sub causes, so you can reach that root cause analysis, and by the end you will be finding the root cause for the project. You might be neglect some of them if you are not using, for example, for the problem, or if they are not related to the problem. Manpower. My problem is technical and we don't have internet. There is no manpower related to the internet, for example. So here, once you reach this, you are cancelling. Material. We don't have material for the internet because we have the router and we have everything. So you're cancelling this. Mother Nature, it's IT related, so I will be finding, is there anything related to the IT I might be using? No, thank you. Measurement, and so on. So finally, you will have only one single M that you will be investigating, which is, for example, the machine. Maybe we have failure with the router, maybe we have failure with the cables, or whatever. And then you will be reaching your destination. After that, you get back to what, yeah, Mr. Nagy? You get back here. You will be assigning the responsibilities and the solutions and the email, or you will be emailing or communicating, whatever is it, an email or whatever the communication method. You're going to be communicating the solution and the problem to your related stakeholders. It's a very nice presentation. It's theoretical, right? How it will come to the exam. Okay, you have been explaining for the last 15 minutes, you and Nagy, how I will benefit from those 4 slides in the exam. The question will be, for example, telling you that you are a project manager facilitating a meeting for finding the root cause analysis for the machine failure that is providing, for example, water while pouring for the concrete in your construction project. And you have figured out that the affected parties are the construction manager and his team. Invited them to a meeting, and you have selected the construction manager, or appointed the construction manager as a team leader. You are asking all the whys that you have until you have reached for the root cause analysis. What's your next step as a project manager to solve the problem? What are you going to do, guys? You are project managers. What's the answer? You're going to be assigning the responsible parties to solve the problem. So it's easy and straightforward. Maybe they will be asking you, you have a construction project or you have an IT project where you have a failure to connect all the sensors that will be giving you the sign if you have, for example, overheat for a certain part of your machines in the project. And you have done all the possible ways to solve a certain situation, and you have concluded that the best way to solve your problem will be to specify how it might fail. So what's your best root cause analysis way or methodology that you're gonna be using? And they will be, yes, fine. You're managing a large scale project or a mega or giga project where you have a very complicated problem that you're gonna be solving. What or which of the following will be your best choice to solve the problem? Specify and solve the problem. So they will be giving you their options, but they will not be giving you a Venn diagram and fishbone together. Those both are used for big problems, correct? So they are not going to be using those together. The last thing that they might, I doubt, but they might be asking, what are the 6 M's for the fishbone diagram? Deal? All clear? شو sorry? Yes. إنه شو هم 6 M's؟ بدك تحكي له إنه those are the machine, the material, the manpower, the mother nature, the لا ماتش mix and match. Yes بحكي لك إنه fishbone في 6 M's، هذول هم 6 M's. Yes no مثلا. بس you don't have any typing type in question. It's rarely happening. يعني I had never heard that one of my students had any typing question.
Last week we have slide about the complex
I'll raise your voice or I cannot hear you. I'm sleeping أصلا. It's 8 a.m. Friday and this guy was there yesterday. We took him to Lusail and Qatar and then he.
Last time we had a slide for complex products like calcium and water. So what is the connection between these two slides? This is also for the root cause analysis.
There is no connection between them.
No, last time for the complex products we had a slide for the root cause.
You did that. Yes, we have four levels of complexity, which is the simple, complex, complicated, and disorder and chaotic, right?
Yeah.
There is no connection, but you can connect them. That, for example, for the third and fifth level, which is
that is also root cause and effect. Means we are identifying the cause.
yeah. You can use any of those. If your question how to correct them. For solving that problem, you are trying to find the root cause analysis. You have those 5 or 6 or 4 methodologies to solve or to find the cause. You can use whatever of those. That's which one to decide if you are in a chaotic situation. It's a good question, right? Which one? What is chaotic situation?
It's a mess now.
It's a mess. Disorder, too much mess. Correct? You don't understand the relations. So are you going with 5 whys, for example? You might do that. But which is better? One of the two complicated models, which is the affinity and the fishbone. Is there any standards is telling you if this is the type of your problem, you need to specify this way of root cause analysis? Definitely not. Those are recommendations and you can use it the way that you want. Cool? But very good question. Thank you.
We can't use FMEA because the situation
Depends on the situation at the end. You will be figuring that easily. Do we have those 6 M's for your problems? If yes, you will go. If you find my example clear, you will find that you don't have 6 M's. You have only the machine, right? So maybe you are not going aslan with this fishbone diagram. You might be testing. Is it a question or a by mistake? It's a by mistake, correct? Okay. We are cool, huh? Good.
Let me put my point. So I believe
Is it Jacob?
the thing would be yes sir. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, please.
I believe the best thing will be to identify instead of 5 Ys, instead of 5 Ys, if it could have been 5 W, it could have been better. To give to reach out the exact problem actually. The 5 W means why, where, when, what, So
it's a different.
Instead of 5 Y.
It's a different method.
So,
now, just let me tell you something, Jacob.
These Ys are horizontal, that Ys are vertical.
That's W's. That's not
W's,
Y's.
not Y's.
Yes, so you can add your touch definitely, guys. You are project managers. If you are referring to the standards, it's a 5 Ys. If you are using something as per the PMI reference or the standards or the common models used, you're going with 5 Ys. If you feel that you're preferring to know everything related to the W's, you have an H, by the way, as well, which is the 5 W's and a how. So you can do it. It's okay. Nobody says that you are not allowed to go. It's a 5 Ys. It should be a Y. No. At the end of the day, it's your selection, situational based selection, and definitely after discussing with your team members. At the end of the day, the result or the objective is finding the root cause and solving it. Use any way that you want or any methodology that you feel that's comfortable for finding the root cause. Cool? Great. Thank you so much.